Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kohalimla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakaha Kudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the Akim and Nakwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawah, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, and just another little crazy article I seen. It's happened here in Michigan. Michigan wife pulled from rubble after husband allegedly blows up own house in murder. You see it, suicide. A Michigan house explosion is now being investigated as a murder-suicide plot after a woman was pulled from the rubble with catastrophic injuries. And I was watching this video the other day. Was that day before yesterday? I think it was. Where it was talking about these men are crashing out. Men sleeping in their cars. They sleeping in, just in the damn garage, wherever they can get away from their wife at. Because it's just, it's just shit getting crazy, bro. Investigators are now working to determine whether the blast took out Doug and Lucy Preston's Plainfield Township home at approximately 4 a.m. And I always say, man, motherfuckers be up early as hell, boy, doing that type of shit. Killing Doug was caused by a natural gas leak with ill intentions. Alpine Township Fire Chief Jeremy Kelly suggested that the natural gas leak may in fact have contributed to the fatal explosion, but Kent County Undersheriff Brian Muir outlined what he believes was a murder-suicide plot. This is believed to be a domestic-related situation and that the fire was intentionally set, we believe, by the husband at this point, intending to be a murder-suicide, Muir told the reporters. Investigators said they obtained messages that they support their theory, but didn't reveal additional details. Lucy, 61, Salakia, she's 61, had filed for divorce from Doug in March. Now, where the fuck you going at 61? And these women, man, they're real delusional, thinking that they can actually start a new life at 61 and all this other shit. Thinking they can start a new life and they're, after divorcing a man they done been with for 20 years, and they're, it's just crazy fucking work, bro. That's the American way, though. Okay, so it says, after Doug had previously complained about his wife's excessive spending, Lucy is a beloved figure in the town's Polish community. Yeah, of course, that's what they say. They're always saying that, right? Doug, 62, was an electrician. Both were supposed to appear in court on Friday for a hearing, and they were both set to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary on Sunday. See that? How you with somebody for 40 years? You been with this dude since y'all was 20. You 20, he 21. Now you 61, he's 62. And the bitch want a divorce. Crazy work, bro. And that's why, the apostles always go into, hey, just leave it alone. When it comes to this, especially on paper. You get married on paper, and I'm going to show you why, too, because I'm reading further into the article. It shows you how much Esau is just in your shit when you get married on paper like that. It says the couple had a mutual restraining order against each other at the time of the blast, meaning neither could damage the property reported, and they were blocked from deleting electronic data and making major financial changes without prior approval from the court. See? This is what happens when you allow Esau to get into your business with that marriage license. You getting on bended knee and giving a bitch a ring. Neighbors recall how the couple's relationship remained strong until just a few months ago. Lucy reportedly discussed her marital issues with Jerry Orient, not the neighbor of 30 years. So who knows? She probably been eyeballing him. She probably was eyeballing his ass. Here you go, you telling the neighbor, some dude, your business about your husband. Orient was shocked by what ended up unfolding, telling the outlet, nothing is worth killing yourself or killing someone else. If you have a problem, ask for help. There just could have been a better way. How on earth can you think that killing yourself is going to be better than living? He continued. Well, hey, America has done a lot of people that way in their mindset, man. They just like, man, I got to check out of here. Fuck this, man. It's not even worth it. That's the American way, man. This place is through. There is no choice any longer. There is no fixing it. There is no common sense or logic. Someone made a decision and others people have to pay the penalty, and it's downright sad. Orant described Doug as someone who doesn't make mistakes and who was downstairs at 3:30 in the morning, stating that what occurred just doesn't fit. Several windows of Orant's home were blown out in the blast, and he admitted that he felt lucky to be alive. Around 50 calls reported the explosion. Um, Kurt said his said he and his family saw a fireball, kind of a mushroom cloud, still rising from the house. He said the explosion was massive and rumbling. I was able to get outside probably within a minute after that, and at that point, I saw that the house was on fire. Kind of a backyard was on fire. He said there was debris strewn about, and there was some screams shouting. Several neighbors rushed over to the scene and dug through the rubble to save Lucy. Tim Johnson and his 17-year-old neighbor, Mandrill Bryant, helped pull her out of the wreckage. I had to get in there and get her out, Johnson told Wood. Grabbed her by the arms and pulled her out as far as we could. Bryant said he sprinted to the scene, despite his mom's warning not to, and Johnson arrived in his socks. My mom was telling me, no, you can't go. You can't go. But I was like, Mom, I see her. She's right there. She's right there. Bryant recalled the position of Lucy's body, which he said was blown so far out that she wasn't actually inside the house. Doug's body was later recovered around noon. The intense heat had stalled crews and their recovery operation. Lucy suffered from fourth-degree burns across much of her body. A GoFundMe page created by her friend. Uh, she faces an unimaginable, long, and peaceful and painful road to surgery and rehabilitation. Yeah, boy. You want to leave at 61. In that area, I'm not sure if these are Edomites, but that area, is Edomites in that area. I'm not sure. It could be some Jakes, but I doubt that. I doubt that. This is some Edomite shit right here. Um, let's just grab a quick scripture. That spirit of vengeance. And these men, they're just checking out on the women. It's like, okay, your 40th anniversary coming up, and you trying to get a divorce. Like neither one of y'all can think through the fact, like, all right, well, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go out for a nice little dinner or whatever, and whatever. And just remember the times when we was 20, shit, when we first fucking met. Let's go out to the lake, let's talk, let's go whatever. I know, in America, when you go through just being with somebody 5 years in this place, it can be brutal. It can be brutal as hell, man. Let me get that lock it. It can be brutal. Ecclesiastes 39:28. So when she gets out of there at 60 years old, out of the hospital, rehabilitation, and all that bullshit, because I'm willing to bet you she was really thinking like she could still get out here. That's the way a lot of these women think. She was ready to get back out here in these streets, not knowing how to get back in these streets. She's probably on social media, you know, because I don't see it. I don't see you getting divorced after 40 years like that. You in your 60s. You ain't even got that much longer to live, according to the scriptures. Scripture says that we get at least, 70 years to 80 years, roughly paraphrasing, to live. So what are you about to do? Ecclesiastes 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death. See that? Very first on the list is fire. The Lord hit her ass with some fire and took his wicked ass out too. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So them spirits of vengeance, man, they waiting. They just waiting for an assignment, laughing, giggling. You know what I'm saying? And since the guy was an electrician, they probably, they ain't came up with them extra little texts, whatever. And again, Esau getting into your business like that, where he can tell you, okay, well, if you delete any text from your phone, or if you delete any emails, or if you delete, we can, find you, in contempt of court and all this other shit. Like, just all in your damn, and you don't have no privacy once you, get Esau into your shit as a third person, man. He got more power in your relationship than you actually have. But yeah, that spirit of vengeance, man, got at him. And scripture that talks about how A woman is not to leave her husband. Well, she can leave, but she got to stay single. She can't just go out here and get to dealing with another guy. While that man is alive, the only way she can deal with another guy is if her husband passes away. But let's go back. But I mean, this is the type of shit that's happening out here, man. Judgment is going forth. So it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. She probably was asleep. She probably wasn't even up yet. She probably was probably just rolling over. And, and you got shit like that going on. It's like you still in the house. Crazy as hell. Anyway, let's see what else they got in here. They got a couple of comments. It says another example of being unable to control his he emotions. Superior, my ass, right? So this is a woman you can definitely tell hates men. Somebody says that'll show her. Somebody says fourth degree. Yeah, like what is fourth degree burn? Is that, I mean, because that fourth degree burn has got to be crazy. Let me see. Spirits of vengeance, man. That very first one on the list. Let me put in what's the extent of fourth degree burns. Yeah, she probably got shit missing. Fourth degree burns are the most severe and life-threatening classification of burn injuries. They extend completely through all layers of skin and underlying fatty tissue to damage deep structures such as muscles, tendons, ligaments, nerves, blood vessels, and bone. Ooh, so yeah, she definitely she caught the business, boy. Ain't no telling where. They ain't say where at. Ain't no telling what she looking like. Ain't no telling what she looking like. Crazy, and it's been a lot of this murder slash I'm gonna take the other person out shit these days. We can do something on that. Let's see here. I really don't want to. Yeah. I really don't want to type this shit in. Certain shit you just don't want to put. You don't want to put in your search engine. But I mean, you get the point. Yeah, we'll just step off on that. Yeah, the scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Because see, women be doing too much, man. You having that ability to get abroad in America, it don't help you at all. Women are not submissive. You go back a couple of chapters. See, if women were just chilled out and submissive, like how the scripture says to be, and doing what they're supposed to do in the household, and really just taking care of the man, they don't want nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? These women, they want to be in control. They want to be equal with the man. They want to, and the scripture talks about a woman compassing a man, but it's not helpful. It don't help at all. And it's best, again, you men don't even marry these women because they have that ability now, and it's not helpful. You just pretty much, it's like walking into that house, knowing it's just about to explode, dealing with a woman on papers these days. It's like, why? It don't benefit you none. It doesn't benefit no one but the woman, because had she been divorcing him, she was more than likely gonna be, taking half of the shit, taking the home, taking the damn dogs. You know, Esau about them dogs. They'll go back and forth about them damn dogs until they die. This is Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. So that should have been the best thing that he, the thing that he should have done. Like, shit, she out here, shit, she trying to live like she's in her damn 20s still. Let her ass go. Let her see what it's like, you know. She ain't gonna be nothing but a little jump off to some little dude, you know what I'm saying? She probably would have found somebody maybe in a, 40s, you know, attracted some damn scumbag that, would have drained up all her little savings or whatever the case may be. Then she'd have got the running back to the husband after getting ran through by what they call the Chads. Yeah, verse 24 says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Yeah. So I didn't want to keep this long. I just saw this, and I ain't heard nothing else about the story because this story been circulating for a few days. They haven't seen anything. I haven't seen like any super duper updates. Let's see if we can do this right here. They may have something else in it. Do a web search real quick. Okay, so this is saying he intentionally done it, which I'm thinking he did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, electricians, they know about how to do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? And so shit, some extra shit could have got the blowing up. But the 17-year-old Tim Johnson, he was there for the. He came through and pulled her ass out of there. But the Lord wanted her to be pulled out of there. The Lord wanted her to live. He wanted her to That's crazy work. Yeah, the Lord wanted her to live through that. Because now you gotta, live through the rest of your little hookup all fucked up, man. I just can't believe it. Neighbor, you don't blow up your wife. Yeah, man. Oh, here she go right here. I thought I seen a picture on her. The New York Post, they gonna get it in. Yep. That fourth degree. I ain't never really heard of fourth degree burn. I've heard of third degree. I always thought that was the furthest it can go. I thought that was the max. Yep. Wife of almost 40 years. And that was pretty much it. I ain't got nothing really on it, but yeah, that's her. It appears to be a Sheetamite. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Yeah, we're living in some serious times, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna end out there. Pray that the lesson was edifying. Hey, be circumspect, walk circumspectly, be prayerful. We living in some serious times. Walk circumspectly. Scripture says, redeeming the times because the days are evil. It says, walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. With that, shalom.